All right, guys, welcome back to part two of this insane video. Insane by the length, it was not supposed to be this long. But if you watched part one, look at this thing. Just take a good gander at that and what it looks like. Man, I got super lucky there. But we'll go ahead and get the car jack back up. I'll take a swig of my adult beverage and then we'll get started on that brake. See what we can do with it. I do have new brake things, and I promise this time I won't forget the stupid the speed sensor. Well, I shouldn't make promises, but I got my kid working on a intro to my videos. It's pretty cool. If it's close to being ready, maybe you guys have already seen it. If I put it in here, that'd be kind of neat. And you guys won't believe this. I don't have anything out here to show, but Father's Day was what was it? Last weekend, right? The weekend before, 2 weekends ago, whatever, a couple weeks ago, and I got the coolest Father's Day gift. Because I'm, starting a YouTube channel or whatever. Whatever. To me, it doesn't matter. It's just kind of a fun thing to do. And they had a couple of they had some merch made for the YouTube channel. The Wilbert Does merch. They had T-shirts made, and it's only 5 or 6 of them. They all got together. I had all my kids here, which was real nice. My daughter graduated high school that weekend. I mean, it was just a great weekend, right? And it was really cool that they, I thought that was just the greatest. I'm not a big, I don't care about receiving gifts. Like, I don't go through my life, for birthdays or Christmas or any of that kind of stuff and be like, oh, I didn't get anything. Like, it doesn't matter to me. But they did that, and it's pretty cool. And eventually one day on the channel, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Yep, adult beverage. Howdy. That was a neighbor lady walking a dog. But let me grab what I need to pull that dust cap off and then get the excuse me, get the nut off for the brakes, and then maybe I don't if the brakes look good, I'm not even going to replace the brakes. I'll just put the new wheel bearing assembly on, and we'll call that good. There we go. Get the little dust cap off. And I want to say it was a 29 millimeter. There she is. That's what it is. I better break that free with this breaker bar. Then I can zip it off with that impact wrench. I picked up this car for my daughter, right? It was her first car. and picked it up off a guy who was on the ship with me, and he was trying to get rid of it, and I was like, man, yeah, be a perfect kid's first car. And it has been. But, you know, after she crashed it and power steering went out and, you know, transmission slipping in third gear, I didn't want her to start life after high school on something that was unreliable or that could be unreliable. So, went ahead and picked her up a different car. This car, you know, she wanted a blue car. There's not a lot of blue cars on the market. So we went with a Nissan Sentra, and so far she's been real happy with it. Let's see here. I want to make sure you guys can see everything. But yeah, she was real excited. Now, you know, it takes a lot to save up the money to buy a car, and with interest rates today, is golly. It was, I think interest rates are, for, you know, and I got good credit, you know, but it's like 5.5%, 6%. Well, I mean, crap. That's about what my IRA or high interest savings account, I would actually lose money by financing this thing. So I just bought it, right? So I walked in with essentially cash money, and took a while to save up, you know, the things that adults have to do. Oh, man. But you do that. When we went to the dealership, got there like 6 p.m. Of course, we had the appointment, all the things, right? And it still took 3 hours. Like, I walked in, 30 minutes, negotiated the price for the car out the door, said, yes, I will buy it. And 2.5 hours later, after you go through all the crap, they finally let you leave with the car. Like, if I could go the rest of my life without ever walking into a dealership, man, that would just be a blessing. So, but anyway, this is what we were trying to get to, and it's cheap. It's just as cheap to buy the entire everything than it was just to get the bearings and then do the work to press them in and out and all that kind of stuff. I have a press. I could have done it, but it you know, it just new things, right? It's not that expensive. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's definitely something, you know, these things have seen better days. It's going, right? It's not completely gone, but it's going. So you can just feel that graininess in those needle bearings on this inner bearing. Outer bearing, a little bit of axial play, a lot of axial play actually, but the actual roller portion is it's not that bad. You know, this is probably acceptable, but you can see, like, if you look, the grease, I don't know if you guys can see that, but the grease in there is already, you know, that's just a lot. That's too much. So, you know, it's good to go ahead and just replace these. These are Ford original. Look at that. Got the old blue oval right there. But so I mean, it's probably due. It's a 2011 model. So what is that? 14, almost 15 years. The 26s are coming out. They'll be out anytime now. So let me hit pause I'll go grab all the new parts and then we'll tear into this. And I'm back, and got the old website special here with these replacement parts. TRQ, trusted, reliable, quality, right? CNC machined, precision balanced, because that's important on a beater. Direct OE replacement. You know, standard packaging. And if you remember from the last video, whatever coating is on here doesn't last. Oh man, that's bent up a little bit right there. I can straighten that. Oh man, these bearings way better. Not nearly as much axial play. Rollers are real nice. Let me put you up here where you can hear it. Can't hear nothing, can you? It's because they're good to go. So, got new brake pads and stuff somewhere. It was all in a kit. Hold on a second. Let me go see if I can find these. And I'm back. The magic of videography found the things. So let's take a look. These are actually, I mean, these are Bosch, right? Bosch brakes. So that is considerably, probably twice, maybe not quite twice as thick, but it's I mean, I got them, right? Might as well put them on. I don't know. New spring kits, right? Looks like the rear pad is really not that bad, if I'm being honest. Now I was a little worried about the last one on the other side, but this looks, you know, now that I'm looking at it, it doesn't look bad at all. So let me get to work on this. Got to get all this crap out of my way so I can really get in there. All right, hold on. All right, I've got you guys in real close. Let's see what kind of damage I can do trying to get these things off. Man, they suck. Oh, I think the wife's gonna go make a parts run for me and get some lug nuts. Hold on a second. I'm in luck. The old lady is going to the parts store to get us some lug nuts. It's wonderful. So when you hear that Baby Max fire up here in a second, oh yeah. Oh yeah, man, I love that truck. All right, let me get to tearing this apart, I guess. I think these just pop off and then everything comes out. Do I need pictures to figure out how this goes? Nah, we'll just wing it. You know, like an American. You know, we'll just wing it. Oh yeah. Junk, garbage. Oh, let's see here. We'll knock this other one off. Maybe everything don't fly out. We'll see. Oh, everything kind of stayed in place. And we'll work this off best we can. taken off of that. What you call this thing? The brake adjust, the automatic brake adjust. Jeez, ain't no way. Okay. There we go. The emergency brake cable can, you know. There we go. We'll do that. I'll move the cable. No, it's not what I want. All right. Let's see what kind of magic I can pull out of here. There we go. Now, I will need this guy, which I think is the actual self-adjustment piece right here. But first, I can clean all this up, get a good look at this seal. Looks good. Yeah, that's fine. I'll get some. Ooh, that don't look good. But that's just me. That's me doing dumb things and pushing on it where it would come out, the brake fluid. So let me get my brake parts cleaner. And I brought the spray paint. Man, we can really do some stuff here. All right, we'll clean that off. Oh man, out of brake parts cleaner. Well, I got the next best thing when we get to where we need it again. If we need it again. So while that's still a little wet, I'll take a rag and kind of clean up this spoke. Make sure it's kind of good to go. Do a quick clean inside the assembly here. Just so I know we're starting in a good place. I don't think this is going to leak. It hasn't been leaking. I haven't lost any brake fluid. Just when I mashed the... Yeah, it'll be fine. Wheel cylinders are fine. They're not... There was no evidence of a leak when I took it off. Oh yeah. Looking good. And if you guys are watching from the first video, I don't know if you are or not. What is that? I don't know what that is. Huh. If you guys know what that is, drop it in the comments, because I don't know. Is that like an emergency brake release? It's just a plunger. I didn't notice it on the other side. That's interesting. But we'll kind of clean this up and knock some of the dirt off up here. And then I'm going to hit it with the, you know, rebuild spray, if you will. While I've got it out, might as well. It's going to take me a few minutes to oh man, I've been missing out my entire life on doing this when I've had opportunities. That's a brand new shock. Look at that. New spring towers. And fortunately, while this is drying, it'll give me time to kind of put the brakes together and, you know, man, I have definitely been doing things wrong, crap, my whole life. I can't tell you how many wheels I've had off where I could have just thrown a quick coat of paint on it or something and just, you know, dress it up a little bit. Yeah, why not? We'll put some in there. It looks like it was rusting a little bit. Not that it's going to do anything, but, you know, why not? Oh, I did go and get me another adult beverage. If you guys are keeping track, then between that last video and this video, don't tell nobody. Okay, let's lay things out here. This is the, I'll back you up a little bit where you can kind of see what I'm doing. Trying not to put my legs or my feet in there. You know, nobody wants feet pics. But put this on this side and this on this side. Just gotta match them up. We don't need these retaining pins. I've got new ones. New clips. New springs. And new pins. Look at that. All right. So we'll take a quick gander at how this is done right here. This is your automatic adjustment. And we'll just take it off. If I can get it to play nicely. There we go. We'll keep those there as a reference for the new stuff when I get ready to put it on. But you can see the marks from the factory, kind of, hey, it needs to be replaced, and then new. But let me go grab my other can of carb cleaner, and we'll get this cleaned up, wipe it down, get it lubricated, and then we'll start reassembly. So hold on one second. All right, didn't take long, and a nice, let's say, organized garage. Man, what a crap show. Anybody else's wife just take it upon themselves to go in and clean the garage. Yeah, mine's pretty bad about it. She'll clean the garage by putting all my stuff in boxes, and then I can never find anything. And then after she puts it in boxes everywhere, then she'll say something about how I need to clean the garage or organize the garage, get my stuff right, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's how I live. So let me get you guys raised up here, maybe up over my knee in a working environment where I can actually do something. So I'm going to put just a spritz of the old water displacement number 40 right there in this region, because this little guy is supposed to turn. So ooh, it's not turning. Okay. Big enough hammer, right? Let me see what I can get going here to kind of free this up a little bit. Obviously, once I get it going and when I get everything installed, I'll spray it all down with carb cleaner so I don't have, you know, any sort of flammable liquids readily apparent or, you know, in the vicinity. So oh, she's moving. I know that's probably loud for you guys, but it's got teeth on this wheel, and it's, you know, spring loaded to keep a constant tension, you know, where it needs to be set. And I remember from doing the other side that this really should be pretty free when doing this. So there we go. Move that up. Yeah, this is the free part that makes the adjustments. When you hit the brakes and it works itself out, it keeps that constant tension on the, you know, the separation of the brake pads right here by this thing. So let me swing that out of the way and I'll clean underneath and behind it and make sure all this is good to go. Of course, I'm not sponsored by anybody. What part stores do you guys use? I like Advanced for some reason. Like I don't know if it's just, you know, convenience, you know, where it's located close to my house, or, you know, but they all use the Chinese stuff. I mean, you can't really get away from that, but it oh yeah, that moves nice and free. Yeah, looks good. So I'll keep that kind of down out of the way for now. Right. All right, let's build the new brakes and see what we can come up with. Blue brakes. That goes in that hole. Oh, can you guys see me? I don't know. Let's see. Well, let me get you adjusted. Bear with me. All right. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So this hooky part goes into this piece. This part will slide into yonder piece. Something about like that. Right. The blue one has a hooky piece that goes into there. Stop it. Do what you're supposed to do. Well, let's see what we can come up with here. There we go. Slides in. You know, just like the other one. Like that. And the gray part goes at the bottom. Like that. Oh yeah, a couple more drinks and the old lady's really gonna have a good time tonight. Oh, wait a second. She's back. Man, I love that truck. All right. So this is the basic layout of how the spring should be. Right. This piece, is going to be, you see the notches here in the emergency brake cable, like that. This blue spring thank you, darling.
You're welcome.
They had them in the back.
No, they didn't.
They didn't have them in the back?
There's that one, an 8-pack, or an open-ended.
Oh man, no, they had them. They got a box of them in the back. Did you talk to anybody? Oh.
These are only $8.
Well, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you.
Yeah. I'll put your change on the table.
Change? You're going to give me change? Get out.
I put your change in your truck.
You're going to give me bill change? Guys, find you a woman that will return your money when there's leftover change.
I can take it.
No. All right. Let's see what we can do to figure this out. Get this in here. Man, you think drum brakes would be an easier thing, you know, but no, drum brakes suck. For anybody that's ever done drum brakes, you guys know it sucks. They all suck. There's nothing easy or fun about drum brakes. All right. Now that I have that, let's get this piece kind of, you know, up and adjusted to a location where it might work, you know. And if you don't get it on the first time, you know, it's fine. It will eventually work itself into what you need, right? So like that, that's pretty good. You know, got them both connected here with the new springs, the new hardware, new brakes, but they got to land. Obviously, they have to land, you know, in and on that right there. Something about like that. That's what we're going for anyway. So let me get the gray one hooked up at the bottom. Look at that. There we go. And then my emergency brake lever. Let's see if I can get that hooked in the way it's supposed to be. and then we'll just put it together and call it good. Oh man, springs are not your friend. He hates it, whatever that means. Who knows? But you know why he hates it? Because it's the wrong way. That's why he hates it. Oh guys, check it out. I think the let me get this back off. I think the Amazon delivery guy's here. And by Amazon, I mean that random website where people can order things. Oh man, I'll never get that off. All right. That's going to have to go in the other way. Oh man, that sucks. If that is, in fact, the delivery man that just showed up to my house, maybe we'll have a power steering pump. Stay tuned, because I'm going to make a whole nother video on the power steering pump. There. I'm going to have to feed it yonder way into the system. He hates it. Here we go. We'll disconnect the gray spring from the bottom so that, you know, just to make things a little easier. There we go. Then we'll reconnect the gray spring at the bottom. Okay. Now. Nope. Stop it. You're not supposed to do that. Okay. We'll put these on the thing. And then we'll set these guys. Maybe I'll do that first. Drum brakes. Wonderful for towing and actual like work, but man, they suck. They suck a lot. So let me see if I can't get you in here a little bit better. You know, I don't know. Keep more of me out of it, where you guys can see what's going on. Well, I mean, I guess I can do that. It's not ideal. There's that. Put these guys on the thing. Oh no, man, he hates it. He hates all of it. Nope, wrong side. Maybe I can do something like this. Oh. Okay. Yeah, he definitely hates it. That's how that side is supposed to look. You know, wonderful. We'll smash that side in. There we go. Whew. Hold on a second. I have a beverage that might help. All right. Let's get back to it, I reckon. This is going to go into there. How do I know? Well, because I have another one. I have something that says, yeah, it goes into there. Like yay. Something about like that. You know, for that. This is going to go like that. There we go. Yes, I know that has to go in. Now, if you're worried about if I damage the wheel cylinder because I've been moving these pistons in and out, I haven't. It's fine. Put you in there. And to finish this brake job, I really just need to connect to this guy to that hole. Put the new drum on and see how it feels. And if it's super loose, also fine, because this is self-adjusting and it will adjust itself until the brakes get to where they need to be, and then it'll be perfect. So let's see what I can do here. Oh man, this is going to be awful. Well, I'll be right back. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. So, I brought out the big guns, so to speak. The ka-chow. You know, we'll see what I can make happen with these guys. If anything, who knows, right? I would like to make sure these stay, you know, there we go. Something about like that. That's not even close. Not even close. Well, let's see here. Let me move it slightly closer to this. Oh, yeah. You know, what if let's work a little smarter and retain this assembly into its location. All right, now what do I mean by that? Let's go ahead and put these new pins and clips in. If I can. And if I can do this, it might actually hold. Might actually try to retain this stuff into its current position, which is nice because these are good. These right here are where they need to be. So let me try to get this stuff kind of put where it's supposed to be. Well, let's see what I can do here. People watching that know, there we go, rear drum brakes. Oh man, you guys know this crap sucks. This sucks so huge, as somebody might say. So let me. Oh, that's terrible. Where you at? Lost it. Oh man. Let me see what I can do here. The only reason I'm doing this is because of the stupid wheel bearings. So let me see what I can come up with. Jeez, there we go. Man, how crazy was that? Let me get this put together and I'll be back. Okay, if you've stayed this long in the video, I really, really appreciate you. Please consider subscribing to the channel. You know, I'm trying to build it up the best I can, and you know, all the things, right? But I finally have this together, right? So let me spritz her down with some stuff, and then we'll put the new hub assembly on, and we'll just kind of see what she looks like. Yes, I bought this with my own money. Not quite ready. Let me transfer this stupid wheel speed sensor over, and then I'll bring you guys right back. Okay, and I'm back. I have transferred over the speed sensor, and if you watch part one of this, you know, little mini series, I guess you want to call it, well, you can see how I did that with the piece of wood that fell apart. I'm going to try to round out this because it does have to go over that seal back here for the bearings. I'm going to try to at least round this out enough to where it'll go over that seal. Just kind of Tap this a little bit. And that looks fairly decent. And then we'll hit this with some brake clean and whew, that's potent. We'll do that to kind of get some of that, well, I don't know what they put on it, Cosmoline or something like that, but it's a protective coating that prevents rust, supposedly. So we'll make sure that's good. It looks okay. It's not the best, but excuse me, that looks okay. Excuse me. Sorry about that. It does look like, well, no, it kind of looks okay. Let me just tap this side with the wood again, just to make sure that's set all the way down. All right. I feel confident in that, even though it, you know, from the side it looks kind of uneven, but you know, it looks close enough, you know. And like I said, if the brakes, the ABS doesn't work, that's not a killer for me. So we'll do a quick test fit and see if it'll fit over the brakes. And it will not. Well, what kind of garbage is this? Well, let me have a drink. I will adjust the brake adjuster and then we'll get it to fit. I'll be right back. All right, guys, what a show it has been trying to get these things on. I think I've got it. Got all the springs in place, got everything adjusted properly, and I think that's it. I think we're ready. Get it put on. You know, new bearings. Oh yeah, look at that, guys. No abnormal noises. Everything looks good. So let me quickly hit this again with some cleaner just to make sure everything's good to go. And then I'll hit this again just to make sure it's all good to go. Try not to touch the actual surfaces of where the brakes are going to be. We'll slip it on. Okay. We'll put the retaining nut on, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paint this so we don't have this rusting issue that we had on the other side, the driver's side. So I'm going to sneeze again. Excuse me. Maybe I'm allergic to the carburetor cleaner. Who knows? Oh yeah. Why not? Torque. Oh man. Let's see what I can do to get this off. Man, that would be... Look at that. We'll call that torqued. Brakes are slightly dragging, which is kind of what you want. I'll got a little bit of brake parts cleaner. We'll see if we can't get this coating off before I paint it. Might as well use the rest of it. Ain't much left in the can. There it is. That's the end of it. All right. We'll recycle that. You know, if you guys aren't recycling, you're missing out. The price of metal and aluminum and all the things have gone up. Just hit this real quick. Make sure that it's dry and that I've gotten all that preservative stuff off of it. Give it a few seconds and then we'll hit it with a little rebuild, and then not only is it new parts and then it's going to perform flawlessly, right? But it'll look good. I have a little bit of paint left. Might as well touch this up. Try to prevent the rust look behind the rim. If you don't have you one of these guys, would recommend. Is it perfect? No. But it does save your thumb from pressing down on that and then getting paint all over the end of your thumb as you're pressing it and stuff. I mean, it's not a bad little piece. Let me put my dust cap back on. Went right on there. I'll hit that with a little protectant. Yeah. We'll let this dry for a few minutes and I'll bring you guys right back. We'll put the wheel on and this job will be done. Huh. All right. I'm back. So it's been a few minutes and the paint's had time to dry. So we'll grab this. Oh man. Let's see what we can come up with here. We'll grab this wheel tire setup. try to wrap this job up. I know I'm keeping y'all live and on the spot, but you know, a lot of people like to edit things out and make things seem like it's a faster job than what it really is, but no, it isn't. My wife did go and get new lug nuts for me, so that was nice of her. Although they're a different size. They're a different size than what's on the rest of the wheels. So, you know, hey, you know, you get what you get, I reckon. I hope that these, I can get the socket in there with the wheel and all the things, you know, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Brakes are just slightly touching, which is kind of what you want when you're doing brakes. There you go. We'll call this job done, and I'll catch you guys on the next one when we're trying to tackle that power steering pump. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching. Get out there and do something.